All right, I want to go over why shorts played out today because I faded a short, but after like really deep analysis into it, it makes sense why shorts played out today. So I want to go over that because there were a lot of things that I missed. So going into this morning, I had a bullish bias, and the reason that I had a bullish bias, I'll pull it up. So bullish bias coming into this morning with previous day high being the draw. I really liked previous day high in this 4 hour. It's inside this 4 hour as this draw. This just looked very, very clear to me. And I wanted to see price trade up to that. I assume we would probably eventually be going back up to all-time highs. But it makes sense now because we never really swept significant liquidity that indicated price to become bullish again. We also haven't inverted like any sort of 4 hours going higher. And we inverted this 4 hour going lower yesterday. So it makes sense price can continue to be bearish here. But it lies more in the lower time frame. So we're going to go ahead and look at that. So on the lower time frame, what does this look like to me? This looks like accumulation. We don't have that much liquidity below, but we have this entire accumulation range. I'm looking over here. I see that we inverted this 1 hour lower, but we also inverted this 1 hour higher. So going into the morning, this is at 7 a.m. I'm thinking, okay, this is probably indication that we are going to be bullish. I want to see previous day high taken. There's clear targets above. I want to be bullish until we reach this high. Now, where I went wrong was the fact that we don't need to go to this high if we're just going to rebalance this range and then continue lower. If you look at the higher time frame narrative, what are we doing? We're still in a downtrend. We're still in bearish order flow. And have we gotten that confirmation that price is going to go higher? No. What did we do at 10 a.m.? We respected this 4 hour right here. We tapped into this 4 hour and we respected it. We left an SMT inside the 4 hour and then we got this 1 minute inversion. Okay. So yes, you could have been bullish here. I was personally bullish because the market open, we tapped into this unfilled 15 minute. We swept out at low. We respected this 15 minute right here and we were starting to rip higher. And honestly, in terms of shorts, I didn't really have any clear short target lower. But the fact that we tapped into this 4 hour, respected it, and left an SMT shows that we are still in bearish order flow when you look on the higher time frame. Because we never swept significant liquidity, had a high time frame rejection when we were trading down here. So why would price need to start rejecting? What has price rebalanced down here that is going to start to send us higher on the higher time frame? So in terms of entry model wise, there wasn't really clear targets to short here, but it makes sense why the bearish bias played out today. Yes, the initial bias was bullish, but once we saw this SMT and we saw this very clear displacement through these 2 1 minutes, it was safe to say that this was most likely going to flip to a bearish day. And we got that confirmation once we inverted this 15 minute. Now, since then, there hasn't been any sort of entries. We've come down and tapped this 15 minute, which is my last objective that I wanted to see get taken today. But this is just a really big learning curve. And also, if you look, one more thing, if you look at these time frames, what did I say at the beginning of this? This looks like accumulation, right? This is where models inside of models just continue to present themselves. So what does this look like? This looks like accumulation, right? What does this look like? This looks like manipulation, right? So then what are we going to get after that? We're going to get our distribution. That distribution is going to send us lower. And if this doesn't even look like a clear PDI, which I'll show you, so this is probably what we're going to end up doing, continuing lower. Any sort of longs are completely off the table now for me. If you look on the lower time frame, what did we get this morning when we started chopping around? We got that accumulation, we got this manipulation, and then we got that distribution to the downside. Once again, models inside of models with that low time frame structure confirming it. The SMT at the highs inside the 4 hour. At 10 a.m., we opened up and we swept these highs, respected this 5 minute, got very clear displacement through these 1 minutes, and then clear structure to short lower. So just wanted to go over that. And that is why shorts did play out today. If you had a bullish bias, don't beat yourself up. I did too, and I missed this trade because of it. I was hard stuck bullish just because we didn't have any sort of clear targets below, especially this 15 minute. But take this as a learning lesson because this shows how impactful the high time frame narrative is when it goes into confirming your low time frame structure.